In this chapter, we see the world of King's Landing through the eyes of Arya Stark, the youngest daughter of Lord Eddard Stark. Arya's wild-hearted, brave, and nothing like her sister Sansa, who's ladylike, gentle, and obsessed with princes and pretty things. They're both stuck in this strange, dangerous new place, far from home, and the tension between them is growing. Ned Stark, now serving as the Hand of the King, is trying to hold his family together while dealing with court politics. This chapter gives us a deep look into Arya's loneliness, her grief over losing her friend Micah, her guilt, her rage, and the start of something that'll change her life forever. Arya could tell just by looking at her dad's face he'd been arguing with the King's Council again. He was late to dinner, as usual. The first course was already gone by the time he walked into the small hall, where only a few of his guards were gathered. The room could seat 200, but most of the benches were empty. As he entered, Jory and the guards stood in respect, their new cloaks marked with the silver hand, a symbol showing they were part of the Hand's personal guard. Ned Stark motioned for them to sit. "Glad to see someone in this city still has sense," he said, half joking, half tired. The food started coming in again, ribs with garlic and herbs. Jory tried to lighten the mood. "Word is there'll be a tourney in your honour, my lord. Knights from all over the realm will be coming." Arya saw it right away. Her father hated the idea. "Do they also say it's the last thing I ever wanted?" Ned replied, clearly annoyed. Sansa's eyes lit up. "A tourney?" she whispered, all dreamy and excited. Arya sat far from her, on purpose. Sansa asked if they'd be allowed to go. Septa Mordain, always Sansa's backup, chimed in, "Princess Myrcella will be attending, my lord. It would seem strange if your daughters weren't there." Ned gave in. "Fine, I'll arrange places. For both of you." Arya wasn't having it. "I don't care about their stupid tourney," she muttered. She hated Prince Joffrey and didn't want to be anywhere near him. Sansa, all snobby, snapped, "You shan't be wanted." That was it. Their dad slammed his fist. "Enough, Sansa. I'm sick of this war between you two. Your sisters. Start acting like it." The room went cold after that. Sansa bit her lip. Arya stared at her plate, tears stinging her eyes. She wiped them away. She wouldn't let anyone see her cry. Her dad pushed away his plate. "Pray excuse me. I have no appetite tonight." And just like that, he was gone. After he left, the room filled with laughter again. The men talking about horses, wine, jousting. Arya sat quietly. No one talked to her. She liked it that way. She thought about Winterfell, how things used to be. Her brothers, the great hall. Her dad would always have someone different sit at his table, Mikken the blacksmith, Hullen the master of horses, even old Nan with her wild stories. Arya used to sit quietly, listening to everything, soaking it all in. She missed that world, teasing Bran, playing with Rickon, Jon calling her little sister, and finishing her sentences. Here in King's Landing, even the guards, who once seemed like family, felt like strangers. They'd let the Queen kill her direwolf, Lady, and then the Hound had butchered Micah, her friend. Jane Poole said he was chopped into pieces and given back in a bag. No one, not Harwin, not Jory, not even her father, had done anything to stop it. "He was my friend," she whispered into her plate. Her food sat cold and untouched. When Arya tried to leave the table, Septa Mordain scolded her. "Sit down and finish your food." "You clean it." Arya snapped and bolted out. The men laughed. The Septa yelled. Fat Tom was guarding the door. "Whoa there, little one," he started, but Arya slipped right through his legs and ran up the stairs straight to her room. Arya's room was her only safe place in this city, and the best thing about it, that big wooden door. She slammed it shut, dropped the iron crossbar, and finally she could cry. She sat by the window, blaming herself for everything. It was all her fault. Sansa said so, Jane too. Fat Tom knocked. "Arya girl, you okay?" "No!" she yelled. He gave up. She opened the chest at the foot of her bed, pushed aside all her clothes, silk, satin, velvet, until she found it. Needle. Her sword. Jon had given it to her before they left Winterfell. She held it close, thinking of Micah. Tears filled her eyes. She remembered how she'd begged him to sword fight, to practice with her. It was all because of that. Her fault. Then came the loud banging. "Arya Stark, open this door!" Septa Mordane screamed. Arya turned, holding Needle. "You'd better not come in here," she warned, slashing the air. "I'll tell your father. I don't care. Go away." Eventually, the scepter left. Arya stared out the window, needle in hand. If only she could climb like Bran. She'd run away, steal food, find Nymeria in the wild, and go to Jon at the wall. Anything was better than this place. Then came a gentle knock. "Arya," her father's voice. "We need to talk." She lifted the crossbar. He looked tired, sad. That made her feel even worse. "Whose sword is that?" he asked gently. "Mine." "Give it to me." Reluctantly, she handed over Needle. He turned it in the light. "This is Micken's work." Arya stayed quiet. She wouldn't snitch on Jon. Ned sighed. "A sword from my own forge, for my 9-year-old daughter, and I didn't even know." He shook his head. "The hand of the king, but I can't even rule my own house." Arya's lip trembled. "I wasn't playing," she whispered. "I was trying to learn. I asked Micah to practice with me." Her grief hit full force. She broke down. "It was my fault. I asked him. I did." Her father pulled her into his arms. "No, sweet one. Grieve, but don't blame yourself. The Hound did that. The Queen he serves." "I hate them," Arya said through tears. "The Hound, the Queen, Joffrey. I hate Sansa too. She lied, so Joffrey would like her." "We all lie," Ned said softly. "Even you." Arya blushed. "Jory promised not to tell." "He didn't," Ned smiled. "But I knew. That wolf didn't leave you willingly." Arya confessed how they threw rocks at Nymeria to make her run. "I hit her," she said, ashamed. "It was right, though, wasn't it? The Queen would have killed her." Ned nodded. It was right. And the lie wasn't without honor. He looked out the window, needle in hand, then sat back down. "You're too young for this," he said. "But you're a Stark. You know our words." "Winter is coming," she whispered. "We're in a dangerous place, Arya. We've seen hard times, and worse is coming. You were born in summer, but winter is here. And when the snows fall, the lone wolf dies. The pack survives. So hate wisely. You and Sansa, you need each other." Arya nodded. "I don't really hate her." "We can't fight amongst ourselves anymore. Time to grow up." "I will," Arya promised. I can be strong like Rob. Ned smiled and handed Needle back. Here, it's yours. For real? For real. Just try not to stab your sister. I won't. I promise. The next morning, she apologized to the scepter. 3 days later, her dad's steward sent her to the small hall. It was empty, except for a strange man in the shadows with a beak-like nose and a thick accent.
You're late, boy,
he said, tossing her a wooden sword.
Tomorrow you'll be on time.
Who are you?
I am your dancing master.
The sword was heavy. He made her hold it with one hand.
This is not a knight's sword. This is the Bravo's blade, the water dance.
She told him, I'm a girl. He replied,
Oi, girl, your sword, that is all.
They trained for hours, Sirio Farrell teaching her the ways of Bravos. She was sore, tired but determined, and that was only the beginning. So this chapter ends with Arya holding Needle once more, learning how to dance, not like the knights of Westeros, but like a Bravo of Bravos. She's grieving, broken, angry, but she's also beginning a journey that'll one day make her unstoppable. If you like this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a chapter. And if you haven't watched the previous chapters, go check those out right now. The story's just getting started.